Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, so I saw this cryptocurrency. It's a new crypto called CryptoGPT. And immediately my senses started going up. It's like, okay, here we go. You're using the name from ChatGPT and you added the word crypto instead of chat to it. That seems like you're just trying to ride this AI wave. And I first saw it on CoinMarketCap.com, and just looking at the price chart here, we have a cryptocurrency that's about a week old, and so there's positives and negatives to that. I mean, one, yeah, when I see a cryptocurrency that's just a week old, that just launched recently and has the name, GPT in its name, it's like, all right, I tend to think you're just trying to make a few $1 million and you're creating some kind of vaporware or something that's never actually going to do anything. But I dove into CryptoGPT and I am intrigued enough that I felt like doing an honest review, because there are certain things I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty impressive. And, there's other things that I'm like, okay, I'll wait and see about this. And I'll talk about both of those things. But looking at the website, I mean, if I were to see a cryptocurrency on a website that has a $25 million market cap, self-reported market cap, and is ranked 2614, which means it's essentially not ranked at all on coinmarketcap.com at least, then I'm going to assume that if I went to the website, it would just be this like clumsily thrown together thing that it would just not be worth my time. I go to the CryptoGPT website and see that it looks like, I've scrolled through every page. It looks like this is something that they've put a lot of work into, doing some research on it. They've been working on this since the middle of 2022, and they most likely, after ChatGPT launched, decided to name themselves CryptoGPT, but they've been working on this since before ChatGPT launched. And so, whatever, you're going to name it whatever it is, that's fine. I see that CryptoGPT is a ZK layer 2, ZK rollup layer 2 that is built on Ethereum. And I'm like, okay, I mean, this isn't typical. Just if you were trying to just unashamedly create something that you're trying to make millions off of, you probably wouldn't be building this on Ethereum. You'd be looking somewhere else. Some other things that I'm seeing that are like mostly positives. I mean, I see PancakeSwap, and I'm like, all right, that's where meme coins. That's you're going to make garbage coins. That's where you go. But I see that it's listed on. You could get on Bybit, on Gate.io, on Uniswap, Mex Global, BitGet. That's a positive sign. I did try to buy about $40 worth just to see on PancakeSwap, and this is what's happening. This is my third time trying, just waiting for confirmation. It stalled there. And so I don't know what the deal is with that. I upped the slippage even, not sure what's going on there, but I'll take a look into that later and see if I could actually buy it on Uniswap as well. Something really interesting with CryptoGPT, before I get into some kind of like, all right, let's wait and see kind of things. So I looked at their GPT, their interface with asking questions and getting information. And so I asked two different questions. One of them, and you can go to alex.cryptogpt.org, which did throw me off at first because I thought this said, welcome Alex, which my name is Alex. And I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. How do you know my name? And if you actually have that technology to know my name, then, shut up and take my money. But no, welcome to Alex, alex.cryptogpt.org. And I asked a question. The first question I asked is, what is going to happen with Silicon Valley Bank? If you know any of the news in the middle of March of 2023, SVB is a huge thing right now. And CryptoGPT gave an answer that is similar to what ChatGPT said. In other words, what they would say, what ChatGPT would say if you asked that same question, is that like they would start out with a disclaimer, like, we can't predict the future. And then they try to just give some analysis based off of what their algorithm will say to answer with Silicon Valley Bank, whatever. So I asked the second question, and I actually asked this two different times. If I were to make a YouTube video about CryptoGPT, what should my main points be about? What should be my main points about it? That's a terribly worded question. But I like what I'm seeing here as far as this answer. This also aligns with something that I would expect from ChatGPT. As an AI language model, I'm not going to read this whole thing, by the way. I cannot provide personal opinions or beliefs. However, I can provide general information about CryptoGPT that should be discussed in the YouTube video. One, what is CryptoGPT and how does it work? Wow, that's interesting. So I'm just now noticing this. When I first asked this question, it gave me the question and then it gave me an answer to the question. This time around, I'm just seeing the questions, and so it gave me a different answer this time around. What are some benefits of using CryptoGPT? How does CryptoGPT differ from other cryptocurrencies? I'm not going to get into all that. I just wanted to play around with this interface, and I like what I'm seeing here with that in particular. And looking at the Lightpaper, it's light, and I'm sure that they're going to develop this more. But I did look at the Lightpaper. There are some things that I have I'm very interested in finding out answers to, just the little things like this that I'm like, all right, 2 million ecosystem users. And then later on, and then, they're comparing it to StepN and Axie Infinity. That seems hard for me to believe. And then later on, they compare it to other layer 2s, 75,000 daily users on Arbitrum, 40,000 on Optimism, 300,000 on Polygon, 150,000 daily users on CryptoGPT. Where are you getting that number? I see other things down here that I see a video from Vitalik Buterin explaining what ZK rollups are. And I'm like, what I would love to see is a video from one of your own people explaining what a ZK rollup is, not something that you sniped from the internet. And so this is things that I'm sure that will be on their radar, that they're going to improve in the future. But when I look at what's the advantage of CryptoGPT, I think they explain it pretty well here in this part where they mention Google and Meta and Amazon. So CryptoGPT's success is built on unique user and developer acquisition strategy, solving the biggest bottleneck, sustainable and predictable adoption. So data is the name of the game. Google, Meta, the big advantage to what they have going for them is their ability to collect large amounts of data and sell it. They don't claim they sell it, but all right, anyway, they're selling it, and utilizing that data so that people who are getting the data from them or getting access to that data are able to maximize their growth, things like that. AI, I believe, is going to be potentially a huge addition to the data gathering process. Okay, and so how much CryptoGPT is going to be a part of that, we'll wait and see. Like I said, I do like their interface. I do like the fact that I typed in a question 2 different times and I got 2 different answers, and that this is an actual thing that is trying to calculate and think on a good answer to a question. And it looks to me. This may sound sketchy for me to say. It looks to me like this can be convincing enough that people will not think it's vaporware. Is it vaporware? I'm not answering that question. Time will tell about that. But the big thing that I want, if I'm going to invest in this, is will people believe that this has the potential to bring GPT technology to the blockchain? And I think for the most part, people will be convinced. And so I see a $25 million market cap, and it's like, all right, what does a 100x look like for this? That would put it at 25 billion. That seems incredibly high. A 1000x would put it at 250 billion. That doesn't seem like it's in the cards. This is a self-reported market cap, so who knows if that's actually true. But there is potential here for some kind of euphoria, for this to be caught up in some kind of euphoria run. We already had our big meta narrative with AI, and it seems to be slowing down as of the middle of March of 2023. But I would be willing to bet more so for AI than anything else that there is going to be another meta narrative, and that will CryptoGPT be caught up in it? I could see that happening. I really could. Given the fact that this is 5 days old, just seeing the amount of content. I've read 2 different articles, one on Bybit and the other one I don't remember where. I'm reading articles, I'm reading information about this that is just not typical for a cryptocurrency with this small of a market cap. So there does seem to be some growing belief. And how much better than 5 days into its existence to buy a cryptocurrency like this. And so I'm going to check it out on Uniswap, see if I can buy it there. I don't know what's going on with PancakeSwap. I'm going to buy like $50 or something like that. I'm not going all in on this, but who knows? You know, if it was a 1000x, I highly doubt it. That would be a phenomenal return on a small investment. So yeah, keep this on your radar. Check out the Lightpaper. Check out alex.cryptogpt.org, all of that stuff. It's worth looking into. At the very least, it is worth looking into this. We'll see what happens in the short and long-term future. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Are you looking at this? Is it on your radar? Or does it seem like a pump and dump to you? It's a startup. It's a startup. Most startups die. And who knows? Who knows what the path looks like for this if it does die even. But that's all I have. I will see you in another video. Peace.